In this video, I'm going to show you how to attract high quality clients to your gym or your studio using a ramp up program. And after coaching hundreds of gym and studio owners as the executive director of marketing and business development for a fitness franchise, what I have seen work best is using a system like this ramp up program that we're going to talk about rather than marketing free trials or discounted offers, which only attracts people because of a low price. And then they're very quick to cancel. So let's dive in and talk about what is a ramp up program. Now, a ramp up program is going to be the thing that you market to your audience. It's the program that you're putting out into your local community. And by using a ramp up program, it's going to elevate your gym and your studio to the next level because you are going to create a unique program that's specific to you and you avoid becoming a commodity. What I mean by that is if you're just marketing a free trial or marketing your workouts, you're just a commodity like everybody else. But when you create a unique ramp up program, this is unique to you that nobody else is doing. So no one else can compete with you because they don't have anything that is comparable to your ramp up program. It gives you a program that's sexy to market because now you can market a transformation, you can market results that come as a result of going through your ramp up program. It allows you to charge a premium, which drives high cash flow into your gym or your studio. And it's going to get new clients to fall in love with you, which massively increases how long they're going to stay because it's a high touch point, results driven program. Now, what is a ramp up program? This is going to be your front end program that all new trials or clients are going to do. This can be 4 weeks, it could be 6 weeks, it could be up to 12 weeks in length. I've really found the sweet spot is probably somewhere between 6 and 9 weeks. Now, it's a results based transformation program, and it is high touch point, high engagement. You are really trying to build massive rapport, a massive relationship with a new client that's starting, which ultimately is going to keep them as a member in your gym or your studio much longer than if you don't have that as part of this front end program. Now, why should you have a ramp up program? Most gym and studio owners sign up new trials or clients and then they just throw them right into their workouts. But it can be really intimidating to join a new program. That can create a lot of confusion when we just throw them right in, and it doesn't set up a client for success. Rather, what we want to do is we want to hold their hand through the first 4 to 12 weeks, delivering an amazing experience. You're manufacturing an experience during this ramp up program. Now, if you do this, new clients are going to get better results. They're going to feel like you care more because you do and it will massively increase how long they're going to stick with you as a client. And finally, because this is a unique premium program, you can charge a premium price. What are some of the elements of a ramp up program when you go to build this? Number one is I have found the gyms that have the most success have a kickstart meeting. This is where you're going to meet and you're going to onboard that new client one on one. You're going to sit down with them and have a face to face meeting. This is going to build an intimate, trusting relationship, and it's going to set up your clients for success. Now, three things that happen in this meeting that deliver such great long term results for you as a gym or studio owner. Number one is you get the opportunities to set the expectations with the new client of what they can expect from you and your team. Number two, you can get them, you can set the expectations for them. So, what do you expect them to do as a new member of your gym or your studio? And finally, and the most important, is you get to set the expectation in terms of results. Because one of the biggest issues that I've seen with gyms and studios is when they don't set the expectation in terms of the results that client is going to get, that client is going to probably have a different expectation. The easiest example would be thinking about weight loss. If you market, let's say, a 10-week transformation program as your ramp up program, and a client comes in and it's really positioned as a weight loss or body composition change program, your client's going to come in and they're probably going to be hoping to lose 20, 25, 30 pounds in that 10 weeks. Is it possible? Sure. Is it normal? Probably not. But if that's the expectation, and when that doesn't happen because that's unreasonable expectation, then they just say that this program doesn't work and then they quit. However, in your Kickstart meeting, when you can set the expectation that, hey, maybe you're going to lose 1 pound per week. So at the end of the 10 weeks, we're going to have lost 10 pounds of fat, maybe gained a couple pounds of muscle. You've now set the expectation. So when they are experiencing that, they're thinking like, oh, I'm right on track. I'm doing exactly what they said that they would do. So a kickstart meeting, in my opinion, is one of the most overlooked aspects of starting a new client in your gym or your studio, and it should definitely be part of your ramp up program. Number two is you want to have weekly touch points. This can be in person or it can be through SMS, through text, or a phone call. But at the end of the day, what we want to do is we want to check in with our new clients every single week and see how they are doing. Number three, it needs to be transformation based. You want your ramp up program to deliver results and prepare your new client for the next step at your gym or your studio. Now, depending on what type of gym or studio you have or the modality that you use, the transformation, so to speak, can be different. It doesn't have to be a weight loss transformation. It doesn't have to be add a bunch of muscle transformation. Whoever you serve is going to be how you position that transformation. So, for example, if you own a CrossFit box or maybe a similar modality to CrossFit, maybe your ramp up program should contain one on one personal training where you're preparing your new client to participate in group classes. Maybe you own a HIIT studio or group fitness, and your ramp up program should probably contain a nutrition element so that your new client gets amazing results in their first 4 to 12 weeks in terms of weight loss. Maybe you own a Pilates studio and your ramp up program may contain a lot of one-on-one elements where you're teaching your clients the movements that you guys do within your Pilates studio. So you can see the transformation isn't always necessarily a physical weight loss transformation. It could be a transformation in getting them from a basic style of client to now a more established style of client where they feel confident and they're going to exit your ramp up program with new skills or a new ability to do things. So maybe now you can put them into group classes and they feel like they can be successful and they're not intimidated. And then now that you do that as part of your ramp up program, now we can market that transformation, which is what people want. At the end of the day, your audience, they want to experience a change. They want to go through a transformation. And if you can market that and you can position it as something that's unique, that's how you can stand out from all the other gyms and studios in your area. And last is having a client success meeting. At the conclusion of the ramp up program, however long that is, you're going to want to sit down one-on-one with your client and make sure they're happy with their results and move them to the next program in your gym or your studio. Maybe this is graduating them from a lot of one-on-one that they've done with you or your team into group classes. Maybe this is moving them into a different nutrition program. Maybe this is moving them into from one-on-one into small group or semi-private, whatever it is. But you're just going to sit down with them. You're going to highlight the success that they've had and then recommend to them what is the next best program that they should do after they've done your ramp up program. Now, let's go through what a few examples of what a ramp up program could look like in different gyms or studios. For example, let's say that we build a 6-week ramp up program. Maybe your modality is CrossFit or something like that. And so you're going to have, maybe you have a kickstart meeting where you onboard people. Maybe you have 12 personal training or 2 personal training sessions per week. So 12 in total over the 6 weeks. Maybe every single week you send them a text to see how they're doing. And at the end of week 6, you have a client success meeting. And maybe that's what your ramp up program looks like. Maybe you run a HIIT or a group fitness studio. Again, you're going to have a kickstart meeting because you should always have a kickstart meeting. Maybe clients aren't doing any one-on-one because you don't do that in your studio, but maybe they are participating in your group classes. But maybe now you do 6-week nutrition coaching with that. You check in with them every week with text messages. Maybe you sit down them in the 3-week mark, halfway through their program to meet with their clients, see how they're doing, making any adjustments with their nutrition. And then finally, in week 6, you sit down and you have that client success meeting. And maybe a bonus is if you can incorporate any one-on-one PT in there, that might be a massive benefit. Maybe they come to 2 group classes a week, but they also get one-on-one, or maybe they just get 3 one-on-one sessions throughout the 6 weeks. What's really cool about a ramp-up program is you can make it whatever you want. And all you want to do is make sure that you're covering these elements, that you're meeting with them one-on-one, lots of touch points. It's based on some kind of transformation that matches your gym, your studio, and your modality. And then you have a client success meeting. After that, you can do whatever you want and you can make it as unique as you want, which is really fun. Maybe you run a small group or a one-on-one personal training studio. Maybe you have a Kickstart meeting. They do 2 to 3 small group or personal training sessions per week. Maybe you have an element of nutrition because if you're focusing on weight loss, maybe you don't have an element of nutrition because maybe you're focusing more just on performance. You still have weekly text messages to see how they're doing. And again, in week 6, you have that client success meeting. So, in summary, having a ramp up program sets you apart from everybody else because now you get to market something that is different than what everybody else has. It gives you a transformation and results based program to market, which will produce more leads, more clients, and more growth in your gym or your studio. It delivers even better results to new clients, and it's going to get them to fall in love with you and then ultimately increase how long they remain a client at your gym or your studio. Now, building a ramp up program is one of the first elements that my team does when you join EGS 20, which is our premier program at Elite Gym Systems. And once this is built, what we do is we can supercharge it with our content conversion funnel and our gym growth flywheel. Now, a quick bonus about avoiding the second sale. This is something that I really struggled with as a gym owner for many years, especially early on. And I still see so many gym and studio owners struggle with this. Let's say, for example, you build a ramp up program and maybe it's 8 weeks in length. What a lot of people do is as they get to the conclusion of the 8 weeks, they feel that they need to sit down with that client and have another sales meeting where they have to sit down, talk about what they're doing, and then sell them into the next program. Here's a better way to do that. Rather than having to sit down and resell them, when you sell them the first time into the ramp up program, just match your cancellation policy with the same length as your ramp up program. For example, in this example, if your ramp up program is 8 weeks long, make your cancellation program or your cancellation policy 8 weeks. So when that client is onboarding, you just say, hey, and the best part is with our program, we have an 8 week cancellation policy. So when you join our program for the first 8 weeks, you can't cancel. So we can work on delivering the best results possible. After that, you can cancel at any time with 30 days notice. So you've still honored that, hey, this is an 8 week program. And after that, you can cancel anytime with 30 days notice. That's going to set the right expectation with the clients. But now you have avoided the second sale because you're signing them up as a full-time client and they just know for the first 8 weeks, 10 weeks, 12 weeks, however long you make your ramp up program, they can't cancel. After that, they can cancel anytime with 30 days notice. That's how you can avoid the second sale. So this is video 3 in a 6-part video series where I'm showing you how to scale to a consistent 20 new member months using the Gym Growth Flywheel. I've got a private community for gym owners where I'm helping them scale to those 20 new member months using the Gym Growth Flywheel. If you want to join, it is free. The link is down below. There's a bunch of resources in there that's going to help scale your gym or your studio.